Hey everybody, I'm Tyler Parsons. On today's episode, we're going to be covering the road to the Masters, what I have Justin Thomas doing to prepare his body each day and each week leading up to the Masters. To start this series off, what we're going to be looking at is something that Justin and I have put into place for those extremely busy days to where he's either hammered on the course or has photo shoots, different things, and unable to get in and do a real demanding workout, again, because he's so limited on time. So what we've done is we've devised a really quick, simple, down and dirty, do this to maintain the areas that we're lacking, try to improve on those, but that way we're not taking a step back and falling into that trap of mainly just excuses, but again, just the lifestyle of not having time. So one of the things that we want to start off doing, nice and easy, is dropping down into that golf posture. I have him really try to work on stabilizing and separating, so the lower body will be pretty inactive here. He goes from here, and what I have him do is try to again brace, but lift our right hand up like we're making a nice big backswing for a right-handed player. Nice big turn in that T-spine, but allowing the hand to sit and drop back deeper. Then come down and go into that other side. So on top of obviously bracing, stabilizing, what this is helping to do is working with rotation, since obviously that's something that all the golfers need a lot of. But allowing this arm to set back is allowing the shoulder blade to protract and retract. So we're trying to keep it healthy, making sure, again, working a ton of stabilization in a bunch of different areas, but getting those muscles to fire so that we don't have any overuse injuries that occur. The next one builds on top of that even more. We drop back down to that golf posture with one arm, lift as high as we can so we're activating that lower trap, drop it down. As he's dropping down, he's trying to push that arm back as far as he can. So again, we're really working down into those shoulder blades, working and engaging into those traps. And once we're into this position, there's that big turn again. So having to brace and making sure that we're engaging the muscles in through that turn. Obviously both sides, and a nice big rotation in through there. For the next one, we're just going to mainly do a variation of a twisted prayer. And I'm not going to use any equipment because that's one of the big things that I try to do for Justin is, again, sometimes there are great gyms and obviously the trailers out there, but if he's had a long day and is just in his room but hasn't had time to do that workout, he may not have anything with him, so we're going to utilize what we have. With the twisted prayer, you drop down as low as you can, pushing that head down. That's going to stretch up in through the shoulders and into those lats. But then we're going to rotate to the side as much as we can. And I have Justin really push down as he's turning. And you should be having a nice big stretch up and through here. Okay, so those lats are going to be really important, especially as Justin's coiling up, getting those arms up and getting ready to fire, contract, and pull down with them. We're going to make sure they have the range of motion and elasticity to build up that energy, okay? So he's going back and forth on both sides there. We wouldn't be a workout unless we hit down into the hips, okay? So everybody knows that Justin really fires and explodes with those hips and has a lot of rotational power, but it's my job to make sure that those stay healthy and that they are having a full range of motion so that it doesn't compensate and again cause back problems or even lead to knee problems or anything. So we're trying to look ahead on everything that we're preparing and doing that keep him working at 110%. So with this one, what we do is we go down into just a yoga position with the pigeon. So he's up and onto this foot. I'll scoot back just a little bit. And just dropping down and holding this one. Okay, now, once he's finished with one direction, we have it so that we're going three ways. We'll rotate into the knee and drop down as low as he can. And then he's over and across and dropping down. So we're really trying to get the hip to rotate as much as possible, really leaning in and stretching it out. And clearly we go to that other side. The next variation that we're going to do is to work the internal rotation of that hip so that he can really post up. And what we'll do is we go from here with our hands behind, we push those out to the side, engage down into the muscle. You can see that I'm really helping hold, but it's going to fire extremely hard on that portion of the hip. This is where foam rolling or on his lacrosse ball really pays off as well. That's to get the muscle to fire, and then again, we're going to turn around and stretch it. So I have this knee. You can see that we basically are just doing a bigger version of what I just did. Same thing, we're going to try to lean into it, trying to push this butt and hip down to the ground. We'll then open up some more and try to push against it to open that. And then the last variation, we turn into it the best that we can while it's dropping down. But you can tell that that's really going to allow the leg to go out. Again, the importance being, as we go to here, this is the same thing. So this backswing is going to be this internal rotation. Then he's able to push, fire in, explode into this hip, nice full internal rotation, bracing on the outside, not having any problems with the hips, the knees, the back, functioning the way that we want Justin to function. Check back, we're going to have some more Road to the Masters. We're going to up what he's doing and show you some behind the scenes of some really good stretches and mobility work.